The next one that I think both you and I would agree is a stay-at-home one. I liked it a little bit more than you did. Mafia Mamma, another one. Rated R horror mob film where people are getting decapitated. There are severed hands and fingers. They made a wine, Zach, that they gave out to press. We're, I guess, under 21, so we didn't receive this box. They gave out their own Mafia Mamma wine with severed fingers in it. Not real ones that I know of. So they kind of had like a grift going on here, which is funny.
What
because
is it supposed to be, like the worm in mezcal? I don't want a finger in my bottle of wine.
It's a part of the lore. In Mafia Mamma, you got Toni Collette, who is a suburban mama to begin with. She's in America.
Yeah.
Things ain't going well with her kid, who's going to college. Things ain't going well with her husband, who's cheating on her. So they kind of hit her up and they go, yo, your grandpa, dad, I forget.
Grandpa.
You just inherited a mafia boss level. She goes to Italy because she's on some, let's just pray, eat, pray,
fuck.
At this point, really. And she becomes the Don. She is the successor to this mafia.
Yeah.
Look, it either hits or it doesn't hit. Everyone was saying Renfield was camp. And after seeing the movie, and I think the trailers kind of showed you, Renfield can't be camp because I think it knows what it is. And I think
it
camp
leans too heavily into what it is.
Yeah. So does this one, but to a degree where it doesn't care. And I think it's so cartoony once you see the henchmen around her just doing, like, anytime they say the rival bosses' names, they spit in accordance to each other, like it's synchronized. There's a level of this movie where if you're on the right Mafia Mamma wine, I think you will enjoy it in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But, you know, there also is sort of this, like, a kind of just overriding cheesiness to it. Like, it's very wine mom humor, and, you know, maybe that makes sense given the character and the setting and everything like that. But it's not doing anything that's really going to surprise you. You mentioned when we brought up Mafia Mamma last week, previewing it, that it kind of has this vibe of, like, they want her to be like a character that people meme on, like she sort of can become this sort of representational figure. And I feel like there is a little bit of like that desperation to be like, oh, well, isn't she so quirky in how she's handling this? And it's like, you know, wine mom to girl boss or whatever it is. And I don't know. It just, a lot of the jokes miss is ultimately what it comes down to, right? Because it's a comedy and you can forgive a derivative plot and cardboard characters if it makes you laugh, and it just didn't make me laugh much. Like, if you're the type of person who would laugh at them chanting "Eat, Pray, Fuck," like, you know, it's cute, but it's just like, I don't know, it didn't work that well for me. Like, I agree with you though. Like, maybe there are just enough that, like, under the right circumstance, you might have a good time with this movie. There's certainly like a certain type of crowd who might enjoy this movie better, but I feel like it's one that you can skip.
Toni Collette, it's all riding on her. She's the one who knew what the movie's tone was, and sometimes the people around her don't have that, and that's where it's like, dang, I wish you had better sparring partners with that. But she commits to the bit 100%. Monica Bellucci, just great as always, in my opinion. But yeah, they had this one bit where they just straight up took it from I Love Lucy with the grapes, and the director said that she wanted them to also put the whole getup, and they were like, yeah, we aren't, we're not doing that. But they filmed in Italy at a winery, so it's the Adam Sandler effect. They were out there having a good time, and it's Catherine Hardwicke you had mentioned last time. Just the most fascinating filmography to go from 13, Lords of Dogtown, Twilight, Miss Bala, this. She just does whatever she wants. I almost kind of just respect her for that. But Mafia Mamma, it is definitely as Zach put it, the wine mom film to watch. You remember that one with, I think it's Guilt Trip, where Seth Rogen goes on a road trip with his mom?
Yeah.
Double feature it. That to me, is the epitome of this genre.
I was going to say double feature it with, what is it, Wine Tour? The one that was with Amy Poehler and a bunch of people on Netflix? Wine Country or something like that?
Wine Country. I don't even remember this one. Damn, yeah, this looks like a twofer. So wait for it to come out on Netflix. Watch it in the comfort of your own home and boom.
There
Damn,
you
she
go.
directed this one. Okay. Well, there you go. You got a bunch of wine to stack up on once all of these movies come out. VOD near you. Really quick, I have another double up over here. Sick of Myself. It was a movie I'd recommended last week under Picks for the Week.
Yeah.
It is out now in limited release in theaters. It is a really messed up movie about narcissists.
I saw Rachel Sennett put a picture of this on her Insta stories and say that she loved it. So you're not the only one giving this a strong recommendation.
She's exactly the type of audience who I know would gravitate towards this. I'm curious your thoughts, though, because it pushes the level. Like, we were talking about Worst Person in the World being a film where you go in there and you still sympathize regardless of everything that happens in that film. She's not really, like, the worst person in the world.
Right.
I worry people will watch this and be like, nah, I'm done. I'm done with these two. I don't want to hang out with them. But that's also what I respect. It goes all the way. They've been calling it an almost comedy. The director didn't like that. And then I saw him gradually start using it because he kind of liked how it felt. It felt really intriguing to get people to watch it. So this almost comedy, Sick of Myself, is in limited release.
Cool.
I recommend it. Some of you may want to catch this at home in case you just want to tune out if it takes it overboard. Moving on, though, we have... I want to talk about two documentaries before we get into a bunch of the premieres you were able to catch in terms of TV. But